Cetho Temple, the great inheritance of Majapahit. The peak of Mount Lawu, which used to be strongly seen by the sunlight, disappearing slowly, covered by white fog. Wind blows through that fog, falls down the west side of Lawu slope. Everywhere is sea of white fog, while ice spread out around. But the freak of nature is no longer there. Once again, the sunlight shines on Cetho Temple's area, which is located in Cetho Hamlet, Gumeng Village, Jenawi Sub-District, Karanganyar Region, Central Java. The fragrance of incense smoke and flowers spread for ritual offering as if it welcomes the guests. As birds are chirping melodiously, the beauty of nature offers the sense of real peacefulness. Based on folktale, Cetho means clear or bright. As a matter of fact, in a condition with no fog at all, we can spread around our view from this temple very clearly. Not only Mount Lawu's peak, but also beautiful green scenery can be seen clearly. Cetho Temple lies on the west slope of Lawu Mountain, at the upper side of Suku Temple. One thing that makes this temple become very attractive is its mystical atmosphere. If we watch closely to the architecture of Cetho Temple, it reminds us to an ancient culture of Aztec and Maya in Central America. The trip to Cetho Temple is an unforgettable journey. Along the road there, we are spoiled by a magnificent scenery of tea plantation and green forest with the fresh air. Based on folk tales, Cetho Temple built in the period of Brawijaya V Emperor, the last king of Majapahit Kingdom. In order to avoid bloodshed in his territory, King Brawijaya V, who refused his son's persuasion to be a Muslim, chose to evacuate and go on seclusion. In despair, he left his kingdom to be a wanderer. Finally, he arrived at Cetho Temple area. Cetho Temple is one of Hindu's heritage from 15th century at the end of Majapahit era. It has the same function with the other Hindu temples as a sacred place to worship God. Although up to now, Cetho Temple is constantly used by local people who profess Hinduism faithfully. The difference between Cetho Temple with the other temples in Central Java is in its construction that's similar to Balinese Temple or Pura. Cetho Temple consists of 9 levels. Each level has a kind of gate which represents the holiness. It depends on the level. The higher level it is, the more sacred too. All the levels connect by strong stone stairs, where the last one is the main step, functions as a worship place. We can also say that the shape of Cetho Temple looks like sanctified building in earliest time, well known as Punden Berunak, holy place for ancestors' grave. The first level found right after us through the main gate is Cetho Temple's yard, while the second level there's a kind of terrace which reminds us to Ki Ageng Krinjingwesi, one of Cetho's ancestors. This place used as a ritual worship in Hinduism holidays, for example, Galungan. We find a relief stretched 2 meters upon the ground at the third level. It resembles the sexual organ of male and female called linga and yoni as a symbol of fertility and prosperity. In the past, linga and yoni believed by the local people as a protection from evil spirits. This relief lay between two symbols of Majapahit Empire that explains us the process how to build this temple. Besides, at this level we also can find turtle relief which is similar to a heart shape. People believed it as a symbol of Vishnu reincarnation. We step up to the next level, fourth level. There is a short relief of Sudamala's tourist quotation, which is belonged to Suku Temple either. The story is about human effort to release himself from great disaster. It reminds us as a human being to keep ourselves from bad deeds and sins all the time, so we can feel the truly freedom. Not only relief, we can also find statues of Vishnu and Agni. Two upper levels, the fifth and sixth level. There are terraces which flank the main way to access temple. Up to now, those terraces are still used by local people as a place to hold religious ceremonies. All the terraces shaped at fifth level are very similar to Jogo House, usually for pasaban, or a meeting room between king and his servant. While terraces at sixth level called Kadewatan. At the seventh level, we'll find two kinds of statue. They were made according to the image of Sabdo Palon and Noyo Gingo, two loyal servants of King Brawijaya, also his minister and his spiritual advisor. These statues symbolize how good the relationship between King Brawijaya and his civilian. Then we find statue of Paulus or Kuntobimo at 8th level. It lay on the left side, and King Brawijaya statues that described as the supreme gods located on the right side. Palu's statue represents an expression, the great gratitude to God for his blessings about Cetho's prosperity, and also as a sort of hope to God for never-ending happiness and fertility on Cetho's land. while the statue of King Brawijaya shows Cetho's people about his leadership as a fair, humble, and religious king because he believed as God's messenger. The last level, or ninth level, is the main level where people use this place to worship God, and this is the most sacred level in Cetho Temple. It was built in a cube shape, 1.5 square measure. The construction is influenced by East Java's temple. The whole Cetho temple was made from stones which carved down in a square shape, neatly laid down the ground as floor tile of fence and relief of the temple. Some statues and relief has been damaged because of its age or bothering irresponsibility from those who look for personal satisfaction, and maybe because of other factors which can be answered only by the history. The beauty of Cetho Temple and also its glory become a witness of ancient generations' unity that respects cultural values. It gives us a valuable historical inheritance. So, it is our responsibility to participate in preserving this precious inheritance. It is an absolute condition to develop new tradition. Our former ancestors tried to inform us about message and values for the unity of next generation through an aesthetic, great, and precious way. Therefore, we, as the new generation, have to learn how to be wiser, to accept those messages as universal message that is not addressed to particular group or religion only. All things which happen in this life is a miracle. God and human is a part of the miracle. Throughout the relief of Cetho Temple, help us to have a nature conscience. We're supposed to keep a constant harmony between life with nature, other human being, and also our Creator, the Almighty God.